to the community who cried out and said, please keep the Daily Dead Ball. We beg of you. We want that in-house, especially Hero Driver. Shout out to Hero Driver for pushing the cause. And Nicolino posted there, said, we are going to keep the Daily Dead Ball tournament active after getting feedback. So, feedback can be very useful. It can be very effective, especially when it's done in the right way. And there's an example of it. So Daily Dead Ball. I love Dead Ball. One of my favorite eras to play as well. So I am glad that is back. What else do we got going on here? Don't forget to tune in Thursday. Spore will be hosting the TWIP show on Thursday as Dish starts his vacation tomorrow. So Dish, you'll still see around a little bit today and maybe tomorrow. He'll probably put out the teaser for tomorrow if it's not out yet. I mean, for the Thursday cards. But yeah, Spore will be hosting the TWIP at noon on Thursday and then replaying it 9 p.m. Eastern if you miss it. Because, you have to work or you're stuck in the snow or, you're building a snowman, you're going ice skating. Maybe you want to spend the day ice skating down the frozen lake. After that, before that, we're going to have the Four Amigos pregame TWIP show. Whether there's 3 amigos, 2 amigos, 4 amigos, we'll find out on Thursday. EVC will be along with his Guess the Set update. Spore will be along with a card or 2 early bird releases. And Charles, well, I don't know if Charles will be around. I know he was traveling a lot. I think he made his way back to Europe. So he may be back too. But that is at 11 a.m. Eastern. Yeah, Lap has to get up. The Hound has to get up a little early before the sun comes up on Thursday. Again, if you haven't already, last week I'm going to collect names for the Spore Tuesday Treasure Trove. So if you're new to the show and you haven't seen this before, I'm collecting requests from the community, players that you might want to see in the game. So if you want to fill that form out, that'd be great. Fill in a couple names, put the year, put the team, because we've seen over the last couple of weeks, Spore has delivered. Yes, he has delivered with some community requests. So again, I'll collect them until the weekend, and then I'll pass on the final list to Spore. And he will go from there because the season is winding down in OOTP24. All right. Let's see. Let me check the chat now that I've gone over everything. Where is the flight to South America? We're all going to turn into Laptop Pound. Yeah, you are. You're going to grow the gray beard. You are. You're going to grow the gray beard and you're going to sing country music in your parka. Drinking coffee. Cheers to the community. All right, Tony Napkins. Now, there is a name that needs some explanation. Tony Napkins 13. Thank you for the follow, Tony. First thing that comes to mind whenever I see a license plate, I like to play along and make a phrase out of it. Like if you see the 3 letters on the license plate, how would that person remember their license plate? What are the 3 words they would use? I mean, some are easy. Like if it's like ABC or if it's RED, it's easy to remember. But if it's a license plate like FJM or something like that, how the heck do you remember FJM? I don't know. Feed Joe Moore? Feed Jimmy mushrooms? Like, how do you remember your license plate? So Tony Napkins, first thing I thought of is you're a guy that, might be in your 40s or 50s, and you went to the restaurants and had meetings there, and you would write everything down on the napkin. Or you're younger and you go to the nightclubs and you get girls' numbers on napkins. Like, hey, I'm Tony. Wanna jot down your number here? I'll give you a shout. I don't know. That's just what comes to mind when I see names like that. Tony Napkins, welcome. Thank you for the follow. Good to have you as part of the Dog Hound. I see some weather reports in the chat. Chicago. Yeah, it's cold in Chicago. Yeah, Cavacom, phones. We didn't have phones. We didn't have phones back in the day when we went clubbing, right? When we went clubbing and the bouncers finally let us in, and they said, okay, you guys have to stand against the wall because you're not appropriate clientele. We didn't have phones. We had napkins. Lord Christa, good to see you. Cub fan Steve with the Orlando report there. And so we've got a bounty here. Hero Driver. I gift Hero Driver. Hero. Thank you so much. We'll do that a little bit later on, Hero Driver. But Hero Driver is gifting out he used his Hound Biscuits, his 99,993 Hound Biscuits, for me to gift out a sub and to him and to a channel of his choice. So Hero Driver, I will get in contact with you a little bit later and find out who you want me to sub to, or send me a DM, send me a whisper. Let me know how you want that to play out. Thank you for using your Hound Biscuits. There's Pet Gone Bad, our captain of the lap versus chat that we're going to do a little bit later. Pet Gone Bad, hang around. Bounty info right now, Spore. We're doing it right now. It is rocking chair 145. If you want in, perfect draft 16, rocking chair 145. And a member of the community, where is it? Reb Jr. says left-handed pitchers and right-handed hitters only. So if you want to claim the bounty, someone post that in the chat and I can pin it. Left-handed pitchers and right-handed hitters. In fact, I can do it on my own. Left-handed pitchers, right-handed batters. Reb, what did you say about the switch hitters? Are switch hitters allowed or no? Left-handed pitchers, right-handed batters. There, we'll just pin that quickly there. Let's wait for confirmation. I might have missed it from Reb Jr. a little bit earlier. He said switch hitters are allowed. Okay, so hitters, you can do switch hitters or right-handed batters. Pitchers have to be lefties. That is the choice that Reb Jr. made, looking to three-peat. So let's go and draft the team. Rocking chair 145. Get in. Defeat me. I hope I'm on the opposite side of Cavacom and Reb Jr. today, because they've been hot. Hot, I tell you. Spicy hot. So we're playing 1923. Favors left-handed BABIP and home runs. And we've got right-handed batters. It's like you knew, Reb Jr. It's like you knew to limit us. Okay, well, I'm eager to try this out. And Reb, I'm glad you're in, because this is your bounty. I'm glad you got in. So switch hitters are allowed. So you're allowed switch hitters, but you have to have right-handed batters otherwise, so basically no right-handed pitchers and no left-handed batters. Okay, I got it. Lefty. Okay, Miguel Cabrera. You can't go wrong with a Detroit Tiger, can you, Spore? Right-handed batters. So that is going to be my first overall pick. Let us know who your perfect pick was. Come on, brag about it. Who did you get for your perfect card? All right, left-handed pitchers. I got to keep looking up at my pin message. Okay, Josh Hader. Looks like he's good. Yep, Josh Hader it is. Second diamond, all right-handed pitchers and left-handed batters. Well, that's good, EVC. You've just been winning everything. Make it a challenge for you. EVC needs a challenge. Okay, I got no lefty pitchers. I can see that easy on the card. Righty batters. Frank McCormick, please. Yep. All right, let's check out pitchers first. Mr. Milner. And Jock Peterson, are you a righty? No, you're not. Well, let's go with not Gunnar Henderson. Let's go with no, not Yoshida. Okay, switch hitter, Ozzie Albies. Brooks Perfect is your pick. You had to skip Cochran. I know. Who came up with these rules? Matt Moore, you get to be picked. I'm going to see every lefty pitcher historical. And Lefty Gomez, look at this, guys. Just came out. See, it's good I delayed it a little bit because it just came out moments ago. The gold Lefty Gomez. We're going to get a good shot. The highest pitcher BABIP, I believe, in gold right now. Lefty Gomez. I wonder if he's a left-handed pitcher. Yeah, he is. Who would do this, Reb Jr.? Actually, this is fun. This is going to be fun because the ballpark is not favorable to right-handed batters. So that's going to make it even more interesting. I think we're going to see a lot of low-scoring games. All right, seeing no left-handed pitchers, I better take a right-handed catcher. Well, there's going to be a lot of them. Who do we want? Rosario, you get to be in. And yeah, multi-positional Jared Criollo. We're going to take you. Welcome in, guys. Hope your Tuesday is going well. Again, a big Tuesday. OOTP show is going on today. Of course, we started off with a treasure trove. Got Dr. Dynastic coming up after myself. Kamish is on for his last broadcast before his holiday today, so he will be on probably around 7 p.m. Eastern. We've got TJ on tonight. We've got Ezra Denny on tonight after TJ. And who knows who else is going to be on in between. Well, I'm just happy I got Lefty. I got Lefty. I'm the first person that probably gets to try out Lefty. Jim Cat will be our ace. Well, that's a pretty good ace. And let's go Phenomenal Smith. Let's see if he is phenomenal. So this draft brought you courtesy of Reb Jr. Reb Jr. decided he wanted to give us a challenge today. Left-handed pitchers, right-handed batters. We're in the rocking chair 145. If there's still openings, get in while you can. Not liking my choices here. Switch hitter Juan Moncada. He'll do. And right-handed Garrett Cooper. Haven't tried that cat card in a lot of things. I might have to. Oh, Rick Cerrone, please. Please come on the team. Any lefty pitchers? Graham Lloyd. I like Lance Berkman, though. Give me a little bit of Lance. All right, Andrew and Ryan. That was easy. Two lefties. How about JoJo? JoJo's pretty good for a bronze live. Like your pitcher BABIP and your control. So let's leave it like that. Okay, Ray King, yes. And Bake McBride is not a righty. Need one more catcher. I guess we'll go Muddy. Let's get Muddy. Steven Matz is a lefty. And Richard Blur. Richard. Look at that control for a live pitcher. Home run suppression. Even though home runs are already suppressed in this ballpark, we're going to take him anyway. I need lefties. 9 pitchers. Let's look at the draft rules again. This is a best of 3. And the DH is on. Okay, best of 3, DH is on. Vidal and Nicolino. There, I've got my pitching staff. Vidal, or do I want Heredia? Maybe Heredia. Was this a new card? Rookie sensation Heredia. Got a lot of home run suppression. Oh, Nicolino. What's Nicolino looking like? Ooh, Nicolino. I'm going to have to pass on that 42 Nicolino. And then a couple right-handed batters. I need a second base, shortstop. Ooh, I better get some outfield. Second base, shortstop, switch hitter. We can take him. Paul Sorrento. Was he a new card too? Paul Sorrento. Pat's left though. Can't take him. Ooh, good. I can take Matt. Can I take Rusty? I can take Rusty Kuntz. So there were 5 players eligible for me to take, and I took all 5. Except for Nicolino. I guess there were 6 eligible. Okay, let's go here. Let's go mop up. And let's go for a very basic strategy. Try that. Put in my opener lineup just in case you guys try to pull a fast one on the hound. Go to opener lineups, righties, lefties. There we go. So if you're new to OOTP, experiment, play around, enter tournaments, enter the iron, enter the bronze. Even if you don't have the best cards, put in a lineup. See how your team does. Put live players, put whatever cards you own currently in a traditional iron, traditional bronze, and then go back after and check it out. Check how your team did, check how some of the best cards did in the game, check how the winner, what cards he had, and then copy it. Here's a case where copying is acceptable because a lot of people copy teams. Maybe not exactly, but hey, you're educating yourself on which cards play well. So play a couple tournaments, play 2, 3, 4, 5 bronze tournaments, iron tournaments, silver tournaments. Go in, do some analysis, and purchase cards accordingly. I am like Spore. I heard Spore this morning say, when a good card comes out, he buys it right away. And I do too. If I have the perfect points, I buy it right away. Whether it's an LE, whether it's a regular card, a tournament card, if I have the points for iron or bronze new cards, I get them as soon as I can. Because if I spend 5,000 on a bronze, all I got to do is place in a couple tournaments because of that card, and I made my perfect points back. So you don't have to place in 20 tournaments to make 5,000 perfect points back. You got to place in 1 or 2. You know, if each standard pack is 1,000 points, and you spend 5,000 getting a good bronze card, that's 5 packs. Win 1 tournament, 32-man tournament, or win a couple 16-man tournaments, and you made your money back. That's just how I think anyway. I know for bronze, 5,000 is still a lot to some people. So there we go. Can you beat Cabrera, McCormick, Bunnell, and everyone else I have? We got 16 out of 16. So that is ready to go. It'll fire off soon. Check I'm not missing anything. All right, Hero Driver. Absolutely. I got your message. Will do. And we'll probably do that tomorrow, if you know what I mean. What else? As someone coming from 23 into 24, are the old bronze still good this year? Some. I think some of the pitchers have held their value, especially in iron. Bronze, not as many. There used to be the Mark Bellhorn, the Mark DeRosa, the Lou, of course. Roberto Clemente came out fairly early. There are a few that still there, but a lot of people used the high defensive players because we had a really good shortstop who couldn't hit. We had some center fielders that couldn't hit. Gillen Water, Fielder Jones. So a lot of those cards were used for a long time because of the defense, but now because we're getting bronze that are good defensively and have somewhat of a bat, we don't see too many of the older bronze around. Maybe some of the pitchers have a little bit of value. I still see some people playing Corey Kluber, some of the relievers. I still see some Canley Jensens in the lineups. So not a lot. All right, we'll wait for that to fire off. It is not fired off yet. Where do I want to go? Oh, that's what I want to do. Let's go. Since we're kind of on the topic, let's go and talk about some of the cards here. Let me bring this over. And so the Tuesday Treasure Trove, it's been around for a while now. It's been around for 8 or 9 weeks. And again, cool idea, concept by Spore to release cards on a day that's not a Thursday and not an LE on a Monday or a Wednesday, but to have them on a Tuesday morning. Give us something to look at and to enjoy and open packs for. So let's take a look at some of the cards. I'm not going to look at the silver because I don't play silver tournaments. I don't know silver cards at all, other than that Carlos Santana is going for 45,000. There's a buy order. Last I checked, Carlos Santana, 45,000. Yeah, that's a card you want to pull in a pack, especially if you don't play silver, because then you can sell it. Okay, we'll go check on the bounty a little bit later. Oh, absolutely. Like people that manage their points, it's like money, right? It's like money. The new video game comes out for your favorite sports game, like 2K25 comes out. Sure, you could wait until Black Friday. You could wait 2 months for it to go half price. Or you could just run to the store and get it on day one and pay full price. That's what I think about the cards. Like, do I want to sacrifice a couple weeks of enjoyment for that card to go down? Or do I want to get it in right away, test it out, win some tournaments or place in some tournaments and enjoy it as soon as it comes out? So, okay. Again, community request. I showed this yesterday, but if you weren't watching the stream yesterday, here's just some of the cards that Spore has met requests on, whether intentional or not intentional. They are in the game because of your requests or because of a need for them. Bucky Dent, Mark Eichhorn, Miguel Delon, Brett Butler in the game, Tom Brunansky, Giordano Ventura, Guillen, Glenn Perkins, which looks like a really good gold reliever card. I think he's gold or silver. So yeah, only some of the community requests. I didn't check today's and cross-reference with the list, but stay tuned. There are many more treasure troves to come. What's next here? So cards that were released today, my quick opinion. I'm not a modeler. I go by feel, by intuition. I look at the colors, I look at the numbers, and then I go, what am I currently playing there? Do I think it'll do better? I don't throw it into a model. And nothing against modelers. They're great and they're successful and they enjoy doing that. That's just, I'm not built that way to do models. I can barely do a spreadsheet in Excel. What do they call that? Create a filter. Thanks to EVC, I can create a filter. But this Craig Biggio, again, very interesting because he is so splitty, got good speed, and one of those players that, is not just a catcher or is not just an outfielder. He plays 3 positions. And I think I might try him out in left field because right now, let me show you what I'm currently running and what many people are currently running. A lot of people right now are running the McDowell or the Harrison Jr. At least I am, but I see these cards on other teams as well. So left fielder, again, for McDowell, really good left fielder, really good speed. He's good against the righties too. But if we go back and we look at Biggio as a left fielder, do I want to sacrifice some of that left-handed bat? And is the right-handed bat overall better than the McDowell? I know McDowell is consistent. He's green everywhere. He goes from a 63 as his lowest to a 73. Biggio from a 92 all the way down to a 17. So again, there are players, D-Block's the best example, always reference D-Block when I talk about BABIP players. He loves the BABIP more than the power. He's not as interested in the defense at the lower levels. And I kind of agree with that. I'm not as big on defense. I don't want to sacrifice bat for defense too much at the lower levels. So McDowell, I don't know. I don't know. I like that Biggio is extreme though, because when he performs, BABIP wise, he's probably really going to perform. Probably going to be a very hit and miss type of card. If his eye was higher, yeah. So I'm going to give that a tie right now between the McDowell and the Biggio in terms of their bat versus righties, not including positions and defense and speed and all that. The other one that a lot of people play is Jerry Hairston, who can play left, center, short, third, and second. You see, he's better against the lefties in some ways, righties other ways. We go back to the Biggio. Absolutely going to rip it up in low iron. I would have no problem playing this in low iron tournament. I don't play low iron though. I think he's going to do well in the Laptop Hound daily. But will I use him in my quicks? Will I use him in my regular bronze? No, I think I'll test him out in my quicks a few and just see how he does. But yeah, the Craig Biggio, another good choice. Yes, I am the Laptop Hound Wheel of Destiny, and you're playing me in the bronze tourney. Well, good luck, Rob. Rob, it must be like 8 months since I seen you here recently. Rob, one of the OGs to the Laptop Hound chat. Those of you that have been with me since September of 2022, you might remember Rob. Rob VD fan. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you back. What else? The Bogarts. Now, shortstop in bronze is quite the logjam. So in order to replace shortstops I'm using right now, it's got to be really impressive. Because Bogarts, really good BABIP. D-Block will like that. Eye's not that great. Contact is high. Defense at 82, borderline. When we look at the shortstops most people use in bronze, if you have the Ellie Ozzie Smith, that defense, if you have the Ellie, my personal favorite in bronze is Kevin Stalker. I use Kevin Stalker. I tried Ozzie Smith, but I like Kevin Stalker better because his bat, for me, works better, even though defense isn't as great. I take the trade-off. And then we got the Adam Everett that came out recently. And if you don't have the two LEs, many use the Adam Everett. Again, outstanding defense. Second to Ozzie Smith, I think, in defense with some bat. So do you play the Bogarts with his higher BABIP? So he's 118 against the lefties. Crushes everyone. Stalker's kind of close. So 118, 44, and 96. 118, 44, and 96. So he beats Stalker against the lefties in the top three. And then an 81 for gap and a 67. 81 beats Stalker, 67 little lower. So looking at it now, because I haven't had much time to look at the cards, I think I take out Kevin Stalker and I put in Bogarts against the lefties. And Adam Everett, who plays better against the righties? And I don't know. Maybe you run Bogarts both ways, although that eye against the righties really scares me. But I think if you're platooning with Stalker right now, you take Stalker out and you put Bogarts against the lefties. Hey, Brent, good to see you. And welcoming back Rob here. So yeah, that's I think what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to get that Bogarts. I'm going to take out the Kevin Stalker. They both can only play shortstop, so I'm not losing positional play there. And Adam Everett, still another good choice if you want the better defense and sacrifice the bat a little bit and have more of a non-platoon shortstop. Adam Everett can be the guy. Bobby Abreu. So another card that Sporer showed in bronze, and he said probably more bronze next week. We got a lot of iron and silver. Iron and silver today, folks. Few gold and bronze sprinkled in. So Adam or Bobby Abreu, look at that eye. I don't know where it ranks in terms of eye for. I know there's a lot of good bronze with eye, but they have nothing else. Bobby Abreu offers something else. Right fielder, not a very good right fielder defensively. I don't think this is the type of profile you use as a DH. You want power as a DH to not get the penalty for DH players. So I think Bobby Abreu as a right fielder, I'm comparing him to Roberto Clemente, who many people use, and maybe to Charlie Hemphill. I like the Hemphill card. Not a lot of people use Hemphill. I like him just because, again, he's very balanced. I know I'm not going to get any home runs. He can play center. He can play right. He's got some speed. Got a very good overall profile. If he had even like 20 or 25 home runs, he'd probably be a silver. But the fact that his home runs are so low, it keeps him as a bronze. Don't know for sure, but a lot of the modelers say that for DH players, if you put someone at DH, there may be a penalty other than their power. So you want your power guys at DH, and you want your best overall hitters because usually your first base and DH, right? Usually first base and DH, you're deciding who's first, who's DH. Is Mark Teixeira first or is he DH? Always go with your best overall hitter at first base. I mean, this is something I saw in the Kidneys Discord. So shout out to the Kidneys Discord. If you're not part of that, you should. It's a wealth of information on cards and players and what plays. And then the DH, you want your better power guy. Maybe more of your Mark McGuire as a DH because he's basically all power and eye. So there you go. Sporer says there's a real life 10% penalty at DH. Not sure if the game matches that, but it does have a penalty. So best overall hitter at first, and then your best power guy at DH. So Hemphill and Clemente. So we go back and we look at Abreu. Are you going to take out Clemente and his defense, his 3-position eligibility for a guy that kind of plays right field? Because I'm not using him at DH. I think right now I still use Clemente. Again, that eye in lower levels, I haven't seen a huge negative impact. Will he strike out? Will he, swing at bad pitches, all that kind of stuff? Yeah, he will. But I'm still seeing a pretty good OPS and average and WAR from Mike Clemente. He was one of the best cards in the Laptop Hound Daily, which I showed yesterday. He was ranked in the top 9 cards that WAR-wise anyway, with average WAR. And I don't think Abreu quite gets there. He's more well-rounded, got a much better eye, but I think I'm going to stick with Clemente. And as far as Hemphill, if you use Hemphill and you want, should I use Abreu or Hemphill? A very similar profile, right? Look at Hemphill. and look at Abreu other than the power. You're getting a lot more power with Abreu. But the eye is the highest on both cards. Both have a BABIP of 80 or 81. In fact, their BABIP is the exact same. 80, 79, 81, Hemphill 80, 78, and 81. Gap powers pretty much identical. And then the eye is better for Abreu. So it almost, exact same shape other than the power. So if you want to add a little bit of power and you're using Hemphill, I think it might be worth it to sacrifice some of the defense and bring in that power of Abreu. But otherwise, if you want to keep the speed, if you want to keep the better defense slightly, then you stay with Hemphill. ASO99, ASSO99. Thank you for the follow, or actually the sub on Prime. Wow. Thank you for the primer. Welcome to the Dog Pound. All right, we're on a break here, guys. We'll be back in 2 minutes. Take a look at a couple more cards, get on to the lap versus chat, and check in on the bounty. So back in 2 minutes' time. All right, we are back, and we're going to take a quick peek in at the bounty today. Make sure my opposition has taken the deal. Left-handed pitchers, right-handed, or switch-hitting batters. And I get to go up against a whale with a big bat and a red cap. I don't recognize that logo. I don't recognize that team there. Who is that? The Woodbridge Whales. Run by R.K. Brace. I don't know if when I entered the tournament, I was the first one. So I'm assuming everyone that entered is from the chat here. But our RKB, are you in the chat here? Is my opponent in the chat? Speak now. Come on, rival. There you go. Old Hawaiian minor league team. Okay, cool. Nice. So let's take a look at your lineup. First of all, make sure that you meet the qualification, the Woodbridge Whale. Look at that. All lefty throwers. Went with 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 pitchers. Ooh. You got one that's none specified. I don't know if that's on purpose or you need to change that, because with 9 pitchers, you probably need everyone available, unless you plan on sweeping me, which, could happen. Your hitters, let's go and check out your hitters. And everyone should do this too to make sure you do qualify. They should say batting right or switch. So you do have to make sure you take this guy off. You got about a minute and a half if you haven't done that already. Simply go to the player and right click, go to strategy and bench for 90 days. Same with Conforto. No, not Conforto. Yeah. So Conforto, Christensen, those are the 2 ineligible players. So if they happen to play any of the games, then you have to forfeit your chance at the bounty. Otherwise, your roster is clean. It's ready to go. And I should check on my roster just to double check. Where are we? Right-handed batters or switch? Yep. Good. Pitchers, all lefties. All right, good to go. So our first round matchups on the left side of the bracket, we have the Wheel of Destiny going up against the Woodbridge Whale. The winner of that will take on EVC or Hot Streak, the guy that created today's bounty, Reb Jr. So that's going to be a good matchup. Reb, I may see you next round. We've got Hero Drivers and Killers going up against the Turts and Rue Jerry, who did win one of these last week. And Rue Jerry says, I got to start playing more bounties because I win. Well, we'll see. Let's see if you can back that up. We got Cavacom and his launch pads taking on the Skunks. No Cavacom jokes here, guys. No Cavacom joke. Come on. I see it on his stream all the time. No skunk jokes. The Skunks, run by Zen Lunatic, taking on the launch pads, who destroyed me yesterday. Took me out. They claimed the bounty yesterday. On the right side of the bracket, we've got Lord Christic and his Tacoma Rainiers. They're taking on Saltaire. I haven't seen you in the chat before. Saltaire. Looks like Saltaire is not in with the program because he did not draft according to the bounty rules. So if for some reason I meet them in the final, they will not get the packs. We've got Emergency. Matt Stairs. Hey, Matt Stairs. Good old Canadian. Matt Stairs. You got the Maple Leaf. I like this team already. Good to see you, Matt Stairs, if you're in the chat. They got all lefties. Good. Switch hitters and righties. So they are compliant. They are taking on Spores Dashens. Do we have a lefty batter here? Lefty. Bats left. Right? Yeah, bats left. So Spore, you got a bench. Altman. He's showing as a lefty here. Thought he might be a switch hitter, but no. And otherwise, Spore is compliant. Just one. Hopefully he'll get that. Hopefully he made that change. And then we've got the Eagles run by Famarte. Eagles by Famarte up against the Rangers and Sean Saul. Does the pitcher show switch? Because that's fine. If the pitcher shows switch. Yeah, I don't see switch anywhere on here. I don't know. I mean, if it says switch anywhere, like in the card shop or anywhere on the card, then I'm good with that because not everyone clicks and opens profiles. So yeah, they are taking on, in case of emergency, the Eagles taking on the Rangers. The Rangers finishing second in yesterday's bounty tournament. Cavacom beat out the Rangers. And then Tesuiji and his Arrows, all righties and switch, all lefties in the bullpen. They are taking on Ezra's red shirts. Righties. Oh, Edward Julien has to come out of the lineup, Ezra. I hope he's not in the lineup. He's showing here as a lefty. There we go. The pick is wrong. You're going to change him? Okay. If you guys went off the pick, I trust you. You guys are not going to draft one wrong player. So if you're going off the pick, game on. It's not like 4 or 5 players that are showing left. All right, so the first sim is about to come in. These, again, are best of 3. Might as well stick around a little bit for that first sim to come in. See if I'm in danger of losing out again in round 1. You found it difficult to get the lefties? I found it pretty easy. I thought it was pretty easy, and it paid off with that new lefty Gomez. Look at that in his perfect team debut. I'm sure no one else has started him anywhere yet. Like we got off to a flying start. Lefty Gomez, in a very small sample size, gives up 7 hits, 3 earned runs, a home run, 9 strikeouts for lefty. That stuff is paying off in terms of strikeouts. Only 1 walk. So the one game, the control didn't really affect him too much. Home run suppression, yeah, he gave up a home run. So this is what I would expect from a lefty Gomez. Maybe a couple more walks. I would maybe have expected like 3 or 4 walks. But otherwise, what a start for lefty Gomez. I wonder, does anyone else have lefty? Anyone else draft him? I don't want to say I'm the first to use him if you guys drafted him. No, I am the only lefty Gomez in the game. So, game 1 under the belt. Hound wins. Reb Jr. wins. The Turts, the Skunks, the Rainiers, in case of emergency, the Eagles, and the Arrows all take a 1-game lead. Okay, good. Got a little bit of a buffer. I know I'm playing at least 2 more games. Thank you, Lefty Gomez. Let's go back and take a look at some of the other cards released today and my brief kind of judgment of them. So we did get a lot of irons. A lot of irons came out. If you play iron tournaments, you got a lot of thinking to do, a lot of investigation, maybe a lot of perusing the card shop to get some of these. And again, it's great because I haven't changed my iron roster in a long time. So I like to see some new blood in the game for iron. And I'm sure you iron players like that too. First up, Oscar Gamble. Really good left fielder, right field. Remember, these are irons. You're not going to see a lot of blue and, high ratings everywhere. They're iron cards. So this is a high iron, really good defense. You're definitely not going to want to play him against the left-handed pitchers. No, please do not. That will probably not work out for you. So the question is, are you going to move him into your lineup as a corner outfielder because of the power, or because of the power, or because of the power? Well, we've seen high power guys. Dave Kingman, we've seen, who's the other high power guy in iron? There are a couple. Mark McGuire is in iron. Here's what I use in iron right now as my corner outfielders. I got the Roberto Clemente again. And then I've got the Hugh Nickel. However, Hugh is on a very short leash. There's only so many tournaments I can handle Hugh batting under 150 average. The defense is great. The speed is great. He does take a few walks here and there. But I think I'm going to give up on Hugh Nickel. Caps, I think he's probably still really good because you're only paying 3 for a cap. Clemente, I don't like giving up on that Clemente card. Again, high BABIP, very similar to the bronze card. Really good defense, even though it's not as critical. So we go back and we look at Oscar Gamble. Are you going to put Oscar Gamble in instead of Nickel? I think I will. I think I'm going to try Oscar Gamble in a platoon situation with that 91 power. I is okay because a lot of the pitchers in Iron have very low control. A lot of people use low control pitchers. So that might help Gamble a little bit, get a few more walks. He's not going to replace Clemente for me. Clemente, still way too good. Although, could I use Clemente versus lefties and Gamble versus righties? Yeah, that's another option. I could keep Nickel as my center fielder. And I could use Clemente platooned with Gamble. So definitely a card to think about, a card that you might want to consider in your corner outfield. Oscar, platoon, yum. Other outfielders that I have used or I do use, the Jerry Hairston Jr. Do you guys use this in Iron? Versatility, he plays a lot of positions. Again, the McDowell card we talked about earlier. More balanced. You don't have to platoon, although you might want to platoon McDowell. Again, if you've got Roberto, Nickel, Hairston Jr., and McDowell, who does this card replace? And remember, if you're platooning them and you were using a guy in both ways, that means you got to sacrifice somewhere else. You got to break up another platoon. You got to take a pitcher out of the lineup, maybe use 11 instead of 12. For me, I think he replaces McDowell because both are better against righties. McDowell has the better defense. Yeah, again, I don't know. I don't know if I use, actually, when I think about it, if I use Gamble. If I do, I'm going to take out McDowell for Gamble. But I still like Hairston both ways. Roberto, solid card. And Nickel gives you the D, gets you the speed. I think he's a good backup for center and right field. Come in to maybe pinch hit and draw a walk, steal a base, your number one pinch hitter, pinch runner, if you actually steal bases. John Means. So John Means came out on Saturday, I believe. Spora referenced this card earlier with that high pitcher BABIP. Not kind of a profile we see a lot of in Iron. I mean, we got cards like Cliff Lee that are good, home run wise or pitcher BABIP wise in bronze. But this card, I'm gonna try and grab this card. I think the stamina is okay to pitch 6 innings, or I can put him in the bullpen and get a stuff boost. I think he is listed as a starter. Yep. So this could be a good bullpen guy. It could be maybe your number 4, number 5 starter. And then we also had Bruce Hurst today. Again, not excellent at anything, but not horrible at anything. It's got your high stamina. Not that splitty. So another option to put as one of your top 4 or 5. And then Wang. Do you trust that stuff? Yeah, we got a few pitchers with low stuff. Not going to give up many home runs. He shouldn't anyway. Control. Maybe you crank up his pitch around a little bit. That's what I would do with Means. If I had Means in the lineup, I'd go to my sliders and I would go max on pitch around because he's more of that finesse pitcher, I think. Even though it doesn't say finesse on here, with that control and pitcher BABIP, I think he's more a finesse pitcher. So crank up the pitch around on him if you use him. And this guy, maybe you turn it up a little bit because you don't want him pitching down the middle of the plate with that stuff. So push up the pitch around. Try and get him to paint the corners a little bit. So another option. And then we got Ernie, another iron pitcher that Spore went through today. A little bit splitty, better against the righties. But again, when you see new cards, it's always like, I don't know, are they better? You have to compare them, right? You have to compare them to what you're using now. So here's what I'm using. Joe Black, one of my starters. If you play iron or if you want to try iron, get yourself a Joe Black. Definitely in the top 4 of the rotation. 3 good pitches, not overly splitty. And if I cover up the 53 and say, what do you think he is? I think a lot of people would say he's a bronze card. This to me looks like it should be bronze. But no, it's an iron, and not even a 59 iron. Hero Driver says a 71. Yeah, 53. If you gave me 53, 63, 73, and 80, 53 would probably be my last choice of what this card was. So if you want to try iron, go get Joe Black. You won't be disappointed. I used him in the lower level leisure lounge whenever I get him. And I also grabbed him or used him in the PTCS because he was eligible, which fooled a lot of people because a lot of people didn't think the NEL cards were eligible. But there were a few 1940s, 47, 48 cards that were eligible, including this Joe Black. Also in my rotation, Charlie Lee. He's been a mainstay since he came out. He's going to continue to be in my rotation. Again, well-rounded. Pitcher BABIP, control. Similar kind of to, who was that card I just showed here? Similar to this card, right? Bruce Hurst. Look at Hurst. His control, his pitcher BABIP, and his stuff. 73, 89, 74. 73, 89, 74. So he's pretty much a better Charlie Lee. So just by looking at that comparison, where's Hurst? Home run suppression of 60. Charlie Lee, 63. So yeah, I am moving Charlie Lee down the rotation. I am going to try and get that Hurst card because Hurst, go back one more time, make sure I'm not missing anything. Hurst is just better all around except for home run suppression. 97 stamina for Hurst. Lee has, I don't show the stamina here, but it's pretty good. So Charlie Lee, you are my number 2 or 3 pitcher. You're going to move down to number 3 or 4 in iron. Another card that a lot of people use. Again, if you cover up the 58 Hero Driver, you're not going to say this is a 58, are you? Even though that control is so low. I would look at this and I would say it's got to be at least a 75. At least a 75. But all it takes is one category to bring things down. And in this case, it's control. Sometimes it's power. Sometimes it might be eye. That brings a card down to the bronze or iron level. If you're new to iron, don't worry about the control that much. It doesn't seem to impact the game a lot. Worry about home run suppression, pitcher BABIP. But a lot of teams use low control guys. In fact, for many teams, this is their number 1 pitcher. Everything is also dominant that they don't worry about the control. And I agree. He's my number 1 starter in iron. Floyd Yeomans is another guy. He's not as juiced up as Bronca. His control, though, is very similar, very splitty. One of the popular pitchers in iron. and one of my starters. So if I'm running Yeomans, Bronca, Lee, and Joe Black as my top 4, I don't think this guy breaks in. Wing, you can gamble, but the pitcher BABIP for me is a little too low. But this guy breaks into my lineup. He's going to be part of my top 4 now, with maybe Rick Helling as maybe my number 5 guy. And Means, I think I'm going to grab him and put him in the bullpen and get that stuff boost. Might give up the odd home run, but I might program him as a specialist versus the lefties and maybe middle relief as a secondary role. So for me, Means and Hurst are 2 go-gets, and the other ones are, if I come across them, I might test them out. That's how I see the iron pitching. If you guys use someone else in iron, let me know. And you still love the 52 Vandermeer. Yeah, on release day, what was it, this one? On release day, this is your Ben Sheets. Maybe not quite, because that 26 is so bad. Maybe it's a 95 Hero Driver, but I definitely get what you mean. You keep thinking about doing a manual overall decay sheet. Hey, that would be cool, showing the power creep and like a graph, like between October and December, power creep went like this. January, March, stayed level. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool, Tesuiji. A way of tracking that. So again, I'm not going to go over the silver cards today because I do not know them very well. But based on what we saw today, the Biggio, I think, is an option for iron. Absolutely. You might want to try him out because he plays 3 positions. For catcher, though, I use Brent Maine. And I can't remember who my second catcher is. Help me out with the other good catcher in iron. But Brent Maine is my key guy. But I could use Biggio as a backup catcher and outfield. Bogarts, I think I'm going to try him instead of Kevin Stalker. This card is better against the lefties in Stalker, and the defense is fairly similar. Stalker might be a little bit better. Here's Stalker here. Defense very similar. But the Bogarts, BABIP, Gap, a little bit better. So Stalker, finally I get to leave Kevin Stalker. Friend of the channel, appeared in an interview. Now he's being replaced. Bobby Abreu, I don't think I use Bobby Abreu simply because I want a little bit more, but he's my toughest choice of all the cards today because he could go in and replace Hemphill, maybe, or yeah, I just don't think Bobby Abreu makes it. And then Oscar Gamble, yes, I'm going to try Oscar Gamble against the right-handed pitchers. I'm going to take out McDowell and put in Oscar Gamble. And there's McDowell there. I think Oscar might be worth the upgrade. Keep Harrison as a multi-positional guy. And then I'm going to get John Means. I'm going to get Bruce Hurst. And I think that's it for the pitching. I think I'm going to put those 2 guys in my lineup. So I see 4 or 5 cards that are going to make my iron or bronze rosters. So I mean, anytime you can get 1 or 2 cards in a new set release, that's fantastic. To get 4 or 5, love it. Love to see it. So there you go. If you missed the Spore content release today, you can go check the OOTP development VOD and go through and check out the silver cards that were released. Let's go back, check out the bounty, guys. Am I in? Am I out? And then it's lap versus chats. It will be time. Bounty. Where is it? There it is. Okay, it is green, which is good. Means I'm still in the tournament, but is it game 3 or is it the end of the first round? And my 3-minute warning for Pet Gone Bad. Pet Gone Bad, are you still with us? Because you paid for the rights to use your knowledge as a captain for the chat team today? Yes, Kevin Carr. Yeah, that was it was a dynastic interview, Kevin Stalker. Well, Kevin is finally leaving the laptop hound bronze shortstop role. All right. Well, round one is done. Let's take a look. Unfortunate for the Whale. They lost out in both games here. Let's go look at the scores. 4-3 and 4-2. Whale, hell of a run there. I mean, you kept it close. When you see scores like that, they could have went either way. And in fact, game 2 went 12 innings. Thankfully, I get a rest, though, because my pitchers would have been worn out. So quite the battle there, Whale. 4-2 and then 4-3 in our 2 matchups. Reb Jr., you took out EVC. Synchronicity, the host of the bounty and the theme of the bounty playing off in round 2. Good luck to you, Houston Heat. We've got the Terts who took out Hero Driver, and Terts are going to take on the Skunk. A skunk and a turtle meet in the back alley. We've got Tacoma. Lord Christic takes on Sporer in the quarterfinals. Sporer had to go to a third game, winning 12-7. And then we had the Eagles sweeping in close matchup 7-6 against the Park Rangers in 10 innings. And then 5-4 with a late comeback. They're going to take on Ezra Denny and the Red Shirts. Ezra losing to Tesuiji 5-2, and then he woke up. Ezra woke up, folks. He got 15 runs in game number 2, and then he scores 10 runs in game number 3. Watch out for Ezra. So here is your quarterfinal bracket. We'll come back to that a little bit later and check out how I'm doing against the Red Hot Heat. And then I might have to take on the Red Hot Terts. No easy matchup here. I walked you off in the 12th. Yeah, I saw that. Again, could have went either way. All right, let's go back to our main. Okay. Once again, Pet Gone Bad. Pet Gone Bad. Are you in the chat? Haven't seen you post for a while. Don't want to do the lap versus chat until I see that you're here. So maybe you just stepped out for a little bit. So very quickly, let's take a quick peek. I did open some cards over the last couple days when the Spotlight 35 was out. I bought 3 of them. And one of them, I got a perfect card. And who was that perfect card, you may ask? It was second baseman elite Kim. Oh yeah. I'm good at pulling Salas, the San Diego catcher. Now I got the San Diego second baseman. Kim has joined the Jim Unknown Blue Jays as their second baseman now. So Jackie Robinson has left. Kim has come on. Never happens to me. I open historical packs and very, very, very rarely do I get a perfect, but I opened up a few historicals trying to get some of those Carlos Santana cards because they're pretty hot. And I didn't get a Carlos Santana, but I did get a perfect, which again, doesn't happen to me a lot. And behind that card was, I can't remember who was behind that card. It was historical, of course. Who was it? It was, no, I can't remember. None of the high profile ones though. And then I saw Naspace, our good friend Naspace, yesterday on his stream. He opened up a perfect pack And you don't see this often. Tesuiji, you were there. You saw this. 2 perfect cards from Naspace. Mind you, it was a perfect pack, and it might have been from completing a mission, I think. And he did get one really good card out of that. He got the immortal Joe DiMaggio. Joe DiMaggio, and then he got the Diaz. So the good and the bad. And then the next pack he opened up, he got Billy Hamilton, right? Billy Hamilton Immortal. So within 2 or 3 packs, he pulled 2 perfect Immortals. Naspace was on fire yesterday. Also, shout out to our good friend and fellow affiliate who will be on tomorrow for his Guess the Set. EVC and NYC too. In Perfect League this year, or this week. He's been in Perfect. I think this is his 4th week in Perfect, 4th week in a row. And boy, talk about by the skin of your teeth staying in Perfect League. Going to a game 163, winning the last game of the regular season. He finds a way to sneak in so he doesn't get relegated. And so our fellow affiliate here, EVC and NYC, will be talking about his Perfect League tomorrow. And he's got 5 more chances to get one of those physical trophies. Yes, February 18th will be the last physical trophy given out for this cycle. The game will still go on. Perfect League will still play out. However, there will not be any more physical trophies after February the 18th. So time is running out. If you're in Diamond, you got a few more weeks to get to Perfect. And if you're in Perfect, you got a few more weeks to get one of those physical trophies. The game will still play probably till April, May of 2025. OOTP24 is still running, and people still play that quite a bit. So it's the trophy, though. That physical trophy would be a nice memento to keep on your desk from OOTP. So good luck, EVC. Good luck to the rest of you that are in Perfect League. If you're in chat and you're in Perfect League this week, shout it out. Let us know who your team is. And maybe EVC will shout you out tomorrow and let you know how he did against you in the regular season. You'll win one on the 25th. I know, right? It's too bad until the new game comes out. It's like another 5 weeks, usually, because usually the new game comes out at the end of March. It's too bad they couldn't offer up something until the new game comes out for the perfect team winner. Whether it's packs, whether it's a free copy of the next game, whether it's just something. Because there's that lull between trophies being gone and the new game coming out. It'd be nice to see perfect team winners still getting something. Again, whether it's something digital, something, physical. But that's how it always works, right? Underdog. When things run out, it's like you're in a lineup to go on this ride, and you're in this long lineup, and it gets closer and closer and closer, and then sorry, park's closed, but I'm second in line. Sorry, come back tomorrow though, and get in line again. So yeah, I thought I'd shout that out because some people think that the trophies go on forever. No, there is a limit. I think they have 40, so they start with 40 physical trophies. And once they're gone, they're gone. So get them in the next 5 weeks. Quick little online league report. I am kind of in limbo right now. EMLB is kind of on a hiatus with the commish going on vacation after tonight's stream. And they're in the off season anyway. So Glenn the Hound streamer, second baseman, has a few boosts to use in the new system. And he is an all-round player. He has chosen the all-around profile, which means defense is the cheapest buy, and then home run power and BABIP are his secondary traits. So defense first, home run BABIP secondary. Probably not like EVC. EVC probably went with the freak. I'm guessing he went with the freak. You're going to be in, I think I'm going to be in AAA. GT Sundown kind of hinted at that. I do have like 6 or 7 boosts I haven't used yet. Now that the new system is out, I think I can boost my player so he can be competitive in AAA. Last year, he hit 230 in AA. But again, he focused on defense. So you see his own rating here, positive. And he's the 90th overall prospect in MLB. However, Hound Streamer with PBE Sim. Pro Baseball Experience. I think that's what it stands for, right? Pro Baseball Experience. PBE. Hound Streamer is ready for his 4th season with the Bears. The recent free agent has boosted to his max. I did not know that in PBE, you can only boost up until 355 points. I'm at 355 points. So everything I earn now is banked until I get to the majors. And I plan on being in the minors for my full time. So I'm going to have a lot of banked points for whichever team decides to sign me. I'm a free agent. Come, offer the Hound a chance to play for your team in 2063. So Hound Streamer, again, built for defense, 8.1 WAR 2 years ago, 5.7, 6.8. You look at his ratings, he's a righty, so he's focusing on the left side of the plate, not worrying so much about gap power or speed. It's all defense, power, BABIP, and I. What's that? What's that? Punk? What did you say? Oh, yeah. For the 2nd season in a row, third baseman Hound Streamer is your minor league Gold Glove winner. Shout out to Abigail Mills, to Roca, to Amy43 for getting some votes on there. But the Hound, for the 2nd year, performed with the glove. Now he's building the bat, and he came second for the Silver Slugger Award at third base. It was a close race, so he almost won 2 awards in PBE. He's going for both this year, and in fact, he's going to try and get some MVP votes this season. Punk, Streamer, glove, bat, MVP. Let's see what he can do. Of course, big shout out to Chess Safari. Tedford Woofington Jr. did very well in his first year. I don't know how he did in the Rookie of the Year voting, if there is one for the minor leagues. And in the major leagues, we have a few of our community in there, including Jefferson Steel Flex, who's playing for the New Orleans team, and he is going to be in his 2nd year. And this is kind of what the ratings look like when you're 24 years old. Jefferson Steel Flex, a lot of blue starting to show up there, and didn't have a great rookie year, hitting 239. Defense wasn't that great. It was only, I don't want to say only, it was minus 13.8 zone rating. But watch out. This guy builds like I build. Power, eye, range, defense. So yeah, he's going to be a force. So maybe I'll get signed by New Orleans, Jeff. And it'll be the Hound and Steel Flex on the same team. Okay, it is time. It is time. Let's get to it. Let me find the right slide here. It is game on. One more final check of the bounty before I have to exit out of Perfect Team. So let's go in. Find out how the next round is going. Up against Reb Jr., who took out EVC in round 1. And here it is. We're up 1-0, 6-4, another 10th inning game. The Whales took me to 10 innings, and now the Heat take me to 10 innings. So Reb, you're up against it. And I've only used 3 pitchers because of the buys so far. So Lefty Gomez will go game 3 if needed. And for the Heat, they are going with their number 5 guy because he has not had a rest. He has to use his number 5 guy, Terry Mulholland. So Mulholland for the Heat. And for the Hound, we've got Haney. Also on the verge of moving to the semis, we've got the Terts, the Eagles, and the Rainiers. So we'll see if there's any kind of mini reverse sweep here as the series goes on. Okay, lap versus chat. Let me bring that up in case you missed last week. And if my good friend Pet Gone Bad is not in the chat, we're going to have to assign a different captain today. And we're going to have to make him captain next time he's on. Thanks, Cub fan Steve. Yeah, I really enjoy the online leagues. Really enjoy them. Thank you, Punk, for getting me involved. And even if I do retire my player because I didn't build him early enough, so I don't know if he'll be successful in the majors, I'll build another one and I'll know how to build it this time and not take the first month off. Yeah. And same with EMLB. It's a slower process in EMLB because they play out the season a lot less time-wise. But eventually my players will get the majors. You got your ace up, Reb. Yeah, I saw that. You got your ace up. All right, so for the lap versus chats, chance for you guys, the community, to win some packs based on how your team does. And so I'm going to send out the Google form. You have to fill out the Google form if you want to win packs. It's not just going to be the Stream Elements giveaway. You have to actually work for it because EVC, if he's taught me anything, he's lap, make them work for it. Don't just give them things. They'll always come back with their hand out. Make them work for it. Okay. Making you guys work for it. Let me pin this message or this form. Give you a few minutes. Fill it out on how you think this battle today is going to go. We're playing 1963. And again, we play out an entire season. An exhibition game. If chat wins the exhibition game, I award 5 packs. If chat has a better regular season record, I award 5 packs. If chat wins a Cy Young or MVP award, 5 packs. And if you happen to win the World Series, 5 packs. Whoever the captain is, they will get 5 packs if they accomplish 2 of those 4 goals. So I'm going to take a break. We'll be back and give you a chance to fill out that Google form. It is pinned. See you in 2. Shout out the Tiger Cub. All right, we're back. We got 17 responses so far. We'll give you a couple more minutes, 18 responses. So if you want to try and win some packs based on how well chat does today, 1963, Lap versus chat. Tesuiji took you guys to victory last week in a couple of the categories. And Captain today, one more time, give you a chance here. Pet Gone Bad, Pet Gone Bad, paging Pet Gone Bad, who spent his Hound Biscuits yesterday, wanting to be the captain today. We'll see if he is here. Pet Gone Bad. And one more minute to get your entry form in. Calling Pet Gone Bad. What were the goals? I will show you the goals one more time right here. And the goals are right in the form as well. There you go. There's the goal. So either way that you want to look at it. All right. Well, it looks like Pet Gone Bad is going to be on for next week. If anyone in chat wants to spend Hound Biscuits and be the captain today, just go to the Hound Biscuit section and spend the appropriate Hound Biscuits. If you want to save them up for something else, that is fine. And we'll get started in just a minute or two. If no one spends a Hound Biscuit, then I will do a random draw of anyone that wants to be a Hound Biscuit, or perhaps maybe maybe. Oh, there we go. We got Minerva. Minerva is in. Okay, let me turn that one off right now, because I don't want anyone else doing that. There we go. Save that. Okay, Minerva. Minerva is your captain today. And Minerva, just wanted to check, did you happen to see last week? Did you catch out last week and kind of see how the flow of thing goes? The flows of things go. 30 seconds to get your form in. I'll put it one more time in the chats and give you a very, very liberal 30 seconds. Paste. You were working? Okay, pretty easy. I will guide you along on what you need to do. Okay, so we're gonna close that and let's go to the game file. All right, looking forward to kicking your guys' butt. It's on, chat. It is on. Me, you, for 1963. So a quick little summary here. What we do is last week, Tesuiji drafted me the worst possible team after we chose our captains. We got to choose our captains. So my pitching captain is 27-year-old Bob Gibson. And my hitting captain happens to be, where is he here? 28-year-old Daddy Wags, Leon Wagner. So that's who I chose as my captain in the draft. For Twitch chat, you guys got Billy Williams, 24-year-old Billy Williams. So Tesuiji went former Chicago Cub and youth, and he hit 268 last season. And you guys had first overall pick. And with the first overall pick, Tesuiji took Sandy Koufax. How dare he? 26-year-old Sandy Koufax, he went 6-19 last season. And the reason why he didn't have a good season is because after the first captain picks, we tried to pick all half-star, one-star players, and we're going to leave it up to the game engine to see if any of these guys can be breakout players. Oh, yeah. Can they be a breakout player and become a 3-star, 4-star based on the game engine? So that's who you have there. All right. Tesuiji, way to go. Oh, yeah. Tesuiji getting all the love now for getting Sandy Koufax. Yeah. So here's what my hitters look like after a year. John Kennedy is probably the guy that has improved the most. He was not a two-star player when he was drafted. Rick Hersher, another player that improved a little bit. And you guys, other than your captain, Billy Williams, I think dropped a little bit down to a three-star player, but he's still got some development to do. And Charlie Smith improved a little bit. He was not a two-star player. And then you got a bunch of 1.5-star players. So not a lot of improvement. When we go and we look at the player development for my team here, I looked at this last night. There was really no big drop or big gain. So after one season, no one really went up in the ratings or crashed in the ratings. For you guys, same thing. We had a few categories like Cliff Cook. His defensive rating shot up almost 10 points. But other than that, Billy Williams dropped a little bit, except for his speed. So yeah, we haven't had that, oh, thank you for drafting that 1-star because he's a 3-star player. We haven't had that yet. Cleveland Guardians won the World Series in our first season. And again, to show you the standings, it was not very pleasant. I finished last in the AL with 23 wins, and Twitch Chat finished last in the NL. Because we have the lottery system on, the bottom 4 teams qualify for the lottery for the draft first overall position. So it's going to be between the Oilers, Twitch Chat, the Giants, and the Dodgers for the first overall pick. And again, we've got some good players. So Minerva, are you ready to get this started? I'm going to go and turn off the entry form. We have 28 entries. Close it off in 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Okay, 28 entries. So 1, 2, 3, 4 of you might win some packs based on how well you predicted things. So Minerva, we are going to go right to, we are currently on November 28th. We're going to go right to the first year player draft. And we're going to find out who won the draft lottery. Will it be the Oilers, the Dodgers, with the first overall pick? Let's go check out the mail message. These are the players, top 10 projected players. Heilman, Felix Hernandez, Green, Blyleven, Judge, Heron, Smoltz, Jennings, Spooner, and Klinger. Projected picks. The lottery has been conducted, and the first overall pick will go to the Laptop Pound Oilers. Oh, yeah. We stay in the number 1 position. The Giants move up to number 2. The Dodgers move up from number 4. And Twitch Chat goes down to the number 4 slot, which you have nothing to be embarrassed about. Okay, let's go to the first year player draft. Here you see the draft order. Let's take a look at the mock draft. The game has my team projected to take Harry Heilman. He's pretty good, chat. He's pretty good. Oh, they call him the Slug. Oh. Or I could bolster my rotation and go with one Felix the King Hernandez. Or I go with Tommy Green, or I go with Bert Blyleven, or of course, Aaron Judge and his 6 Avoid K. Remember that the recalculation based on real life stats is turned off. So players will not necessarily turn out how they did in real life. We're going with the game engine calculation. So this is your first round mock draft. We've got other players like Matt Morris in the draft this year, Gary DeSarcina, Matt Young, Bubba Church. Projected in round 2, we got D. Strange Gordon, Tip O'Neill, Tessuigi's MVP of the Canada Day Showdown. Tip O'Neill is in the draft. Kenley Jansen, Jody Reed. For Mr. Audit fans out there, Jody Reed is projected to go round number 2. Pete Alonso, because we've got random rookies, so rookies can come in from any era. Cliff Lee, Jimmy Wynn, Kevin Kiermaier is there. Joe Black, who we talked about earlier, Synchronicity. Take a drink. Joe Black. Ron Guidry, projected to go in the 3rd round. Justin Nicolino, Dustin May, Brandon Lau, and Dave Kingman. Yeah, he's got some power. Dave Kingman, Kong, projected to go round number 5. And also in round 5, we've got a few other named players. Wooten, Wayne Twitchell is there. Carl Mathias. All right, so that is the projected picks. Of course, that could change. Let's go and start the draft chat. So the way the draft works is we go to the draft pool, and both teams have to select someone on the first page. There is no scrolling. So you can select someone on the first page of the batter or first page of the pitcher. And if you notice, it is a very strong pitching draft. Here are all of our pitchers ranked by potential. Here are the batters draft by potential or ranked by potential. So not a lot of high-end batters. Okay, let's go and continue the draft. We will not belabor this any longer. With the first overall pick, needing a center fielder, as we saw last week, the Laptop Hound Oilers are going to take Harry Heilman. There you go. We auto draft for San Francisco. They will take Felix Hernandez. The Dodgers are going to take Bert Blyleven. And so now Minerva, as captain, you get to make the ultimate final decision, but chat will weigh in. They will put in the chat who they think you should take. Yeah, I know Hero Driver, but no one I have can play center field. Look at this. I'm forcing to play Leon Wagner there. I need someone. And it's not a very strong hitters draft. So here we go. I will rank by all players because I'm sure you're going to take someone that's shown there, the pitchers and the hitters. Judge Jennings, Judge Cliff Lee. And if you want me to, show any certain ratings here, you are the captain. I will do what you want me to do. Show me the batter's lap. Okay. Show me the pitcher's lap. All right. Roster-wise, this is important. I mean, everyone, we just have one starter. That's it. So both teams need improvement for pitching. And you do have as a, where do they got Billy Williams? You got Billy Williams currently in center. He's not really a true center fielder. So both of us have starting pitchers. Both of us have good outfielders. Can you show you Cliff Lee? All right, where is Cliff Lee? There he is. 22 years old, out of Brenton, or Benton, Benton, Arizona. I think, right? Arizona, AR. Who else would you like to see? And Minerva, can you put all your chat responses in caps? Just put on your caps lock, because that way it'll stand out, and I'll be able to find yours easy. For stamina, yeah, Cliff Lee coming in as a reliever. So I don't know if you want to waste your first pick on that. Here you see stuff, potential, movement, stamina over on the right-hand side. Okay, all right. I saw that one, Minerva. Good stuff. All right. You've got some recommendations from chat. Someone asked about Gidry. Gidry is, I don't see, there he is. There's Ron Gidry. He's got 20. Can you see Corbin Burns? 14 stamina. Unfortunately, a lot of pitchers came into the league as in the relief role. So they're given kind of, doesn't mean they can't improve. They definitely can go up in stamina. It might just take a season or two. Stamina guys, here's your stamina guys, Minerva. Hank Gastrite. Matt Morris. John Smoltz. And then we get down to 4.5-star Chris Carpenter. And Bob Klinger. Check out the bats. All right. Here you see the gap, contact, power, eye. Remember, there's no pitcher BABIP category in the base game, so I can't show you home run suppression and pitcher BABIP. So let me show you the top four here. Here's the profile for Eric Young, second base, left field, a lot of speed, 23 years old. Pete Alonso, a lot of home run power, 22 years old. Aaron Judge, if you trust that 6-eye, very risky, 22 years old. And Huey Jennings, first base shortstop. Those are kind of the top four, and then we kind of regress a little bit down to 3 stars. Jody Reed, if you like gap power and avoid K. I mean, they may be around in the second round. Nothing really for Strange Gordon, Milt Stock. Yeah, I think it's one of these top 4 or a pitcher. So Minerva is asking chat, do we go with Huey Jennings? Can't go wrong with that shortstop. You're going to be a shortstop for probably the whole series. Or do you go with a stamina pitcher like Gastrite, Morris, Smoltz? Jennings will give you huge innings. The other rounds go by pretty quick, but that first round is such a key decision. You don't want to mess it up. Twitch chat. Will draft. Where is he here? From Pittston, Pennsylvania, 20-year-old. And he was my second choice, chat. Darn you. Because I thought like you guys did that there's going to be pitching next round. Hugh E. Aya Jennings is now part of Twitch chat. All right, we're going to round number 2. This is not snake draft. It's same kind of order. And so I am up. All right, I'm going to go to pitching here. And I'm not going to take too long. Oh, stamina. Really poor on a lot of these guys. So do I gamble that they improve or do I go with the safe bet? Olivares or George Cuppy? Man, stamina sucks on these guys. 1963, so even a 22 stamina probably can pitch 4 or 5 innings, maybe. Oh man, oh man. And gives you guys a chance to look at some of these players too, because I'm sure you're going to be in the same boat. And one more look at the batters, because the batters are going to go. We're not going to get many batters next round. So maybe, since there's no clear pitcher selection, maybe I have to go with the batter. Third baseman, huh? Defense. Okay. All right. I think I have my choice here. Looking things over, we are going to go with I'm going with Milt Stock, chat. I'm going with a third baseman. Not a lot of batters in this draft. So joining Laptop Hound Oilers is Milt, 18-year-old Milt Stock. So he's got a lot of years to develop here. All right, Twitch chat, you are up next. Here's what's you drafted right after me, so it's exact same pool except for Milt Stock. Yeah, he kind of jumped out at me, Gentle, there when I saw that Milt Stock and the fact that he was 18. I couldn't pass him up. All right, Minerva, yeah, go to highlight messages instead. That works. And I think highlight messages, I can return you those hound biscuits, so don't worry about being sparse on them. I can give you those hound biscuits back. Makes it easier for me. All right, chat, who do you like? Who should Minerva be taking here? Not many batters left. And again, when we look at the pitchers, there's a lot of pitchers, but the stamina for many of them are poor. The highest rated pitcher left is this guy here, Olivares. And I'm telling you, if Olivares is there next round, I'm taking him. So I don't want to influence your pick, but that's who I'm taking. I'm calling it now if he's still there. But we both need a lot of hitters too, and we're running out of hitters. Livers. All right, Minerva, we got to speed things up a little bit because otherwise we'll be here all day. If you don't see much from Twitch chat, then go with your own instinct. Twitch chat, if you have a chance, throw some names out there. But maybe we'll put us on like a 2-minute timer just so we speed up a little bit. You like to see D. Strange Gordon. There you go. A lot of speed. This guy can run. Mind you, you just drafted a shortstop, though. And there is no DH, I don't think. Maybe there is. Let's see. Do we have DH on? DH is off. You can make a really good friend right now in chat. No, your first overall pick was Huey Jennings, which would have been my pick. Judge's eye was just way too low. I did not trust that eye. And we're in the 1960s. Yes, there's home runs, but it's not the modern era. All right, Minerva, 30 seconds because an ad break's going to kick in. You do need a center fielder to move Billy. Yeah. Let's go with the high stamina pitcher. Okay. So you're going to go with the guy I said I was going to take next round. And that is, you got a couple of them here. George Cuppy. And Omar. I'm assuming you want Omar, the higher rated one. Omar it is. Okay. All right. And before we get to the next round, we are on a break here, guys. We will be back in 2 minutes' time and we'll speed the draft up a little bit. We are on to round number 3. Back in 2 minutes. All right, we're back and we're on to round 3. And again, we're going to try and fly through this a little bit quicker because we still have a season to play out. The Laptop Hound Oilers are going to draft shortstop Jody Reed. Jody Reed will be a Laptop Hound Oiler. Twitch chat, you are up now. Again, here's what we have left for hitters. Well, I offered him up to you for in the second round, but you went with the pitcher. You had your chance. I wanted that pitcher, but you took him on me. And Jody Reed, I think, was the best profile still left for batters. Yeah, the pick of me in the top corner. A big shout out to Your Kidneys when we did the show for the invitational. Your Kidneys trolled me a little bit, and he made me one of these pictures here. And he said, "Lap, lap, I dare you. Next time you do a Babe in the Matrix or any base game, I dare you to put that picture up." So yeah, well, he didn't dare me, but he spent the time creating that for me. So big shout out, thank you to Your Kidneys for the picture. Wayner, Wayner. Where is Wayner? Pretty good. He's pretty good. Boyd K, contact, left field. Tracy Jones, not very good defensively. Yeah, highest rated defense on the screen, 53. And you can put this guy in center field, yeah, and you can move Billy for sure. Kiermaier, unfortunately, doesn't have the defense we would expect him to have. Lloyd Wayner is the pick. Little Poison, they like to call him. Little Poison. Okay, good. On to round number 4, and I'm going pitching now. There are not many batters left. Let me just take a quick peek at the 3 that are still here for potential. Keith Lockhart, Kevin Kiermaier. No, we're going to go pitching now. Okay, potential pitchers. Eric Jung, 20 stamina. He's fully developed, 23 years old. And anyone else that's all blue here? No. All right, I'm going to go Eric Jung, 23 years old. Chat, you're up, Minerva. Pitchers. Yeah, again, no scrolling down. You have to pick someone on the screen or batters. This is what you have available. Mark McLemore. Twitchell was one I considered. I'm not going to lie. Twitchell was one I considered. He's got a lot of room to grow, though. $20 years old. Extreme ground ball. Dave Kingman still there. Tom Paciorek. What does Thompson look like? I mean, my pitcher was 20 stamina. I'm hoping he can develop his stamina. A lot of times in the base game, these guys will pick up stamina as the game goes on, depending on their profile. So he's a ground baller, 22 years old. Who do you like for round 4? Twitch chat will take Derek Thompson. There you go. Okay, we go on to round number 5. There's 10 rounds total, so there's not like last week where we had 30 rounds. Every draft from here on in will be 10 rounds. And again, we got to pick someone showing on the screen for batters or hitters. So I'm looking for names. There are some two-way players. And sometimes the base game has players that are better hitters than they are pitchers. So I'm going to go to batting potential. So you see some of these guys stand out as two-way players, just so you keep it in mind. I want to be transparent here. Tony Benzard, Patsy, Grover, Enzo. And if we scroll down, look at these two-way players. Grover, Dave Kingman's there, I guess. Brandon Lau, Tom Paciorek. Oh, that's we want pitchers, not all players. And we want batting ratings. So not a lot of, other than this guy, Tip O'Neill. So there's Tip O'Neill's batting or pitching, and there's his batting. But he's listed as a pitcher. So for now, we got to treat him as a pitcher. And he is not on the first row of scrolling. So let's go back to all batters, potential. Not a lot of batters left here. So I'm going to go back for my pick here. And where are we here? We're on my pick. Yep. So let's go back, take a look at pitchers. And very quickly, just looking at the ratings. Tip O'Neill. I can't take Tip O'Neill because he's not on this first page. Whenever he shows up, one of us is going to get lucky and get that two-way Tip O'Neill. Let's just take the highest ranked guy, Nelson Bryles. The last almost four-star player. All right, Twitch chat, you're up. One of the pitchers shown here or one of the batters shown here? Yeah, he's only 2 stars because they judge his pitching rating. They don't take into account Tip O'Neill's batting. So he's one of those sneaky players that is way down the list. But he's probably a first-round pick. In fact, when we go to the mock draft, Tip O'Neill, they have him going in the second round. My player, I took first. You took Huey Jennings, who was projected to go number 8 overall. All right. What do you like? Here's your pictures just to show you some of those freakish kind of builds. We got Dave Kingman. You got two-way. Well, no, he's not two-way. I thought he could pitch. He can't. Brandon Lau. But again, if you look at all the ratings on the right-hand side here, you can kind of get a peek at who has green, who has blue. Here's your pitchers again. Still some decent pitchers. They got low stamina. If you want to take a risk and have them develop, they could be a solid number 3 guy down the road. Dave Kingman. Kong. Kong is on the Twitch chat team. Dave Kingman. All right, so next up, and again, I'm going to make this quick. I think I'm going to go with let's go with the bat. Oops, I got to go to this screen so I get to see, is Tip O'Neill there? No. How about for pitchers? Tip, are you there? No. Okay, we're going to take John Grimes. If I can't beat you by hitting, we're going to beat you by pitching. John Grimes. All right, you're up next. Shh. Quiet. Who would you like? You like John Andre? You got Acosta? Oh, geez. Right there at the very bottom. Congratulations, Twitch chat. You get possibly the best hitter in the draft. He's still got to develop, but darn it. Tip O'Neill, there he is, Twitch chat on the team. Take my Canadian. Well, fair is fair. I took Jody Reed. You got Tip O'Neill. You want to trade? Hey, can we do a trade? Tip O'Neill for Jody Reed? Right, I'm up next. Where are we? We're on round number 7, so we're almost done here. A few more rounds. Not much left for pitchers, for batters. That's funny you guys saw it, because I saw it at the very bottom. Like, are they going to notice Tip O'Neill snuck on there? Let's go with contact. I think this guy here. All right, Daniel Descalasso. St. Louis, Colorado, Arizona. So more of a recent player. Skulls, they call him. Skells. Daniel. There we go. Drafting him. You're up. Not many hitters left. Few decent pitchers left. Descalso. Why did I draft a guy I cannot pronounce? I should have drafted Kid Camp. All right, Minerva, you are up. Pitchers. Batters. Eric Campbell at third base. Not a lot. Mark Johnson at first base. You'll draft the highest rated pitcher. Okay. Well, you got 3. You got to pick one of 3 here. I'll show you them. Clarence Winters, 23 years old. Ramon Morel, 19 years old. Or Phil Hogstad, 21 years old. And you probably don't want this guy, Hero Driver says. He's got a stamina of 3. So would you like Morel? Or would you like Hogstad? There you go. Hogstad, okay. That would have been my choice there. So continue drafts. We'll go to Hogstad. draft. All right. Off to my pick. Well, Winters is still there with a stamina of 3. These are all the pitchers left, so not even a full page of pitchers now. And what do we got for hitters? This guy. He's got a lot of green. Mark Johnson, a Aaron Judge light. Mark Johnson, continue draft. Okay, you're up. Let's go to the pitchers. Let's see if we can see individual pitches. Nope, no knuckleballers left in the draft. This is what we have. We've got one guy with a green pitch, a fastball, Flip Lafferty. Yeah, Flip has a heater. There you go. It's pretty much all of these guys here. Fastball of 67, but that's it. He's just got a heater. That's it, Rue Jerry. One pitcher fastball. Which, hey, in 1963 might be interesting. Highest stamina guy left. You got one guy with 100 stamina. This is your last true starter pitcher right now in Jack Wadsworth. See the bats? Second baseman Ace Stewart, not bad. It's late in the draft, a lot of speed. He can play second base okay. He's got a nice mustache. Pedro as a catcher, not very good catcher ability, but he does have a little bit of a bat. Defensive wise, you're not getting anything over 47. That's your best defensive player. Feel free to draft him if you like. All right, Ace Stewart. Ace Stewart. Yeah, I think that was a pretty good pick. I mean, we're in the 8th round here, so not much to pick between. Okay, 2 more rounds to go, and then we're going to fast him through the season. I think I'm just going to take the highest rated guy left, right fielder Joe Pites. Joe Pites. Joe Pites, where are ya? Batters. There you are. All right, now you're just dealing with half a star players pretty much, except for Louis. Louis Lopez is your last 1.5 star batter. And over for pitchers. Again, not much there for pitching. Highest stamina is 16. Not a bad profile, similar to the last guy that you drafted, LB. That's what the Cade Cavalli looks like. Feel free to start him. Again, these guys could end up being 4-star players. Like the game engine does its magical thing. All right, Minerva. Answer is Vince DiMaggio. Oops, that's Moxie Davis. That's a sneaky low pick there. A good eye there with Vince DiMaggio. No, potential isn't always a cap. Potential can go up. Oh, you stole him. Darn. He was my next pick. Vince DiMaggio. I mean, look at this guy. Not much contact, but when he does make contact, good pick. All right, last round. We are on the last round, and then we're going to take our last break and then really do some fast simming. I'm just going to go for a fun name here. Silver Flint. I need a catcher. If he meets his potential, this could be the steal of the draft, chat. Silver Flint. Cool name and definitely a project. If I didn't get DiMaggio, it was going to be Silver Flint. All right, you're up with your last pick. From Philly, he is, huh? Pitchers, you don't have much, and really the only pitcher is this guy here of any kind of value. So if you want to go with Bose, otherwise you're taking one of the batters you see on screen, and even if I scroll down, you're not getting much. Who do you want? End off the draft here. Esauiju would probably draft this guy just so I had to pronounce him. Vern Freiberger. Chat saying, take your pitcher. Take Cade. There we go. Cade Cavalli. Last pick of the draft. We are done the draft. All right. We're going to take our last break. We'll come back. We'll play the exhibition quickly, and then we'll go on and sim out the season and see who our winners are in the contest. So back in 2 minutes' time. Game on, exhibition. All right, we're back and we're ready for our exhibition game. All the players from the draft have been moved over to their appropriate teams on the 40-man roster for the exhibition. This is right before the season begins, so we're going to go ahead to the next game here. Again, 5 packs to the community if you guys are able to defeat me in this game here. Twitch chat versus the Oilers. We're going to manage this. You guys, Minerva, you don't need to ask chat about this. You can simply set your own lineup here. So I am going to actually go out for now and go to the lineup. Let's see. We need to go to schedule a game. And we want it on the 28th. There we go. The home team is always the team that had the worst record last year. So you guys are the visiting team. I am the home team. And it's just a 1-game scheduled game. There we go. Let's see if that shows up. Schedule game. Good. Minerva, I need you to pick me a number between 1 and 5. Pick me a number from 1 to 5. Bounty draft just ended. Okay, we'll check that at the very end of the stream, Ruggieri. Thanks. All right, Minerva goes 4. So we are going to have the AI set up my team. Don Rudolph will be my starter in this exhibition game. And for Twitch chat, we're going to auto it for you. And Norm Boss will be your starter for the exhibition game. So pitcher number 4. All right, in terms of the lineup, I am just going to auto it right now because with not enough players to really move around. In fact, they're going to play all the good players anyway. I need to put Harry Heilm in there, though. Oh, it's got to be on the secondary. Well, Harry, let's release you. Tiger, boom. Harry, there we go. I got to get my first round pick in there. It's my exhibition roster. And for you guys, Twitch chat, there it is, autoed. You got a few better starred players than I do. So looking at this, Minerva, is there anyone here that you want in the lineup that is not in the lineup? I think it's got all, you see all the green players here. The only option is Jim McKnight, but you already got Billy Williams and Lloyd Wayner and Billy Ott. That is the captain's choice. But because we're short on time, we're just going to kind of roll through this, and then at the start of the next game, we'll fine tune our rosters. Where's Tip? Where is Tip? Where is Tip? Oh, he's as a pitcher. So let's go in and put Tip as. You want him as a 2-way, Minerva? I'm assuming you want him as a 2-way, or do you want Tip as only a batter? Right now, he's probably good enough to be 2-way. Or do you just want him as a batter? Here's Tip O'Neill. Tip can be a 2-way? Okay. Let's go to your team. Tip O'Neill. There you go. So they have Tip O'Neill hitting second against the righties and fifth against the lefties. So the only, if we look at the overall, Dave Kingman's not in the lineup. Again, there is no DH, so it's either Charlie Smith or Dave Kingman. You make the call there. Do you want Kingman in or Charlie Smith in? Kingman over Smith. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, Charlie Smith could play third base or short if you really wanted. So let's take a quick look at Charlie Smith versus your current third baseman, Elder White. Defense. And Ace Stewart starting second. Ace Stewart's in for second. All right, anything else? Think we're ready to go? So we got Don Rudolph in the exhibition game going up against Norm Boss. Okay, let's go to the exhibition game. Boss against Rudolph. Make sure everything looks right. Tip O'Neill's in there. Kingman's in there. Yep, everything looks good. All right, we're just going to go and tell runners in scoring position each time and nothing in the first inning until we get to the bottom. Leon Daddy Wags at the plate. Daddy Wags drives that one into right field. That is going to fall for a hit. Here comes the throw home. It is no throw at the plate. The runner stayed at third base. We got bases loaded up against Norm Bass. Jody Reed at the plate with the bases loaded. Reed lines out to right field. That should score a run. And the first run of the game in for a laptop hound. John Kennedy at the plate. That's going to score a run. Oh, second baseman boots it. And that is 2-0. Gordy Windhorn at the plate now. Windhorn pops that one up. 2 away for Joe Ginsberg. Easy out at first base. 2 runs for Laptop Hounds Oilers as we go to the top of the second. Runners in scoring position. Yes, runner on second for El Tape. El Tape. Tip O'Neill on second. That will do it for chat in the second inning. Laptop Hound, runner on first and second. Leon Daddy Wags at the plate. He drives that one into left field. Runners coming around from third base. He will score. And the Hound with a 3-0 lead. Jody Reed at the plate. Takes a walk this time after lining out last at bat. Bases are loaded for John Kennedy. Kennedy slaps one to first for the outs. All right, let's go to the third. 2 on, 1 out for Lloyd Wainer. Recent draft pick with really good contact. Lloyd Wainer, what can he do in his first appearance? Oh, he drives one up the middle. Runner comes in from second. And Chat has their first run of the game. Dave Kingman. Kingman against Don Rudolph. Kingman with a good eye. He takes a walk. And Minerva's captain team has a bases loaded situation for Billy Williams. Williams lines that one into left field. That's going to drop. 1 run will score. Here, nope. Runner holds up at third. Bases will remain loaded in a 3-2 game for Tip O'Neill. Tip drives that one into the shortstop's glove and back out. That was a difficult one to handle. It is a 3-3 game now for Ace Stewart. Ace drives one deep to right field. That is just inside the pole. And what a managerial decision, putting in Ace Stewart at second base. He hits the grand slam. And just like Chat, down 3-0 is up 7-3. Dan Pfister in the game now, trying to get the Hound out of this inning. El Tape on second, White on first. Perfect bunt. Nope. They get, it is a perfect bunt. Runner is on second and third for Huey Jennings. Laptop Hound, Huey Jennings strikes out. Not my Huey Jennings, your Huey Jennings. I thought about Huey Jennings. All right, we go to the third inning. Runners in scoring position. 1 on for Mickey McGuire. With what's going on with these dingers from late round picks? McGuire with the shot, and Laptop Hound makes it a 5-3 or 7-5 game. As we go to the fourth, nothing for Chat. Hound, runner on second for Daddy Wags. Daddy Wags takes a walk. Jody Reed, 0 for 2 on the game so far. Oh, Jody. Jody down swinging. John Kennedy at the plate. Drives that one into right field. Second out of the inning. Runner tags up, though, moves to third. We have the go-ahead run in the form of Gordy Windhorn at the plate in the fourth inning. That's going to score 1. No, it will not. Out number 3. All right, we're in the top of the 5th. Threatening is Chat with Elder White at the plate. Going to get over? No. Second baseman grabs it. Paul Foytek. And it goes over to first for the easy out as we head to the bottom of 5 in a 7-5 game. Chat looking to hang on to the lead. Milt Stock. Ball gets away from the catcher. Runner moves over to third. 2 out. Can Milt Stock cash in the 6th run? Oh, what a grab by the third baseman for out number 3. We head to the 6th. Runners on first and third. Billy Williams at the plate. Wayner on third. Kingman on first. Williams goes down swinging. Pfister with 5 Ks in relief so far. We're not seeing the big guns with Bob Gibson and Sandy Koufax today. That's going to be a walk, and that's going to load up the bases for Ace Stewart. Could it be? He already hit a grand slam earlier in the game in the 3rd inning. Ace Stewart, little foul ball, and that's going to be the 3rd out. The threat is over. We go to the bottom of 6. Lap scores a run as we head to the 7th. 2 out, 2 on for Lloyd Wayner. Wayner drives that one into third base. They get the forced out at second. We go to bottom of 7 after the 7th inning stretch. Nothing for the Hounds. 7-6 game. Top of 8. Williams at the plate. Dave Kingman on second. Intentional walk. You don't see that very often. They don't want to pitch to Billy Williams, and I do not disagree. But do I really want to pitch to Tip O'Neill? Apparently. Tip. And out number 1. 1 out for Ace Stewart, already with the grand slam today. Stewart drives that one to shortstop, over to first for the out, and that will do it for Ace Williams. El Tape. Runners on second and third. Easy out for the third baseman. We go to bottom of 8. 7-6. 5 packs on the line. Hound Heilman at the plate. Stuck on second. Kin, the first overall pick, do anything while he lays down a bunt, but it's not good enough. He cannot bunt, apparently. Daddy Wags, runner on third, 1 away. Oh, he does not go home. Wasted opportunity. We have Jody Reed, a chance to tie up the game. Look at that. Speed by Milt Stock, 94. All right, Jody. I drafted you round number 3. Do something. Jody Reed drives it to second. Second baseman over to first to end the 8th inning. We go to top of 9. 7-6 Chat. Nothing for Chat. We go to bottom of 9. Last opportunity to tie this game up. John Kennedy. Fly ball into right field. 1 away. Derek Thompson looking for the save. Gordy Windhorn at the plate. He takes a walk, tying run at first base. Sammy Drake, pinch hitter, 1-star player. 1 out, 2 out, and a Twitch Chat under the guidance of Minerva. They achieved the first challenge by taking the exhibition game barely by a score of 7-6. Harry Heilman, the first overall pick, goes 3 for 3 on the game. Ginsberg goes 3 for 4. And for Twitch Chat, Tip O'Neill goes 2 for 4. Dave Kingman 2 for 4. So the newly drafted players are making a contribution. Rudolph takes a loss, 7 earned runs, and Foytak with the win in 3 strong innings of relief. All right, congratulations. Okay, now we're going to do some fast simming. We have to get to our opening day rosters because I think we have over the roster limit right now. So let's go to April 1st. Take a look at the predictions. The Oilers are expected to win 28 games this season. Nice. That's 5 more than last season. I'll take it. Let's see if any Oilers are up here for league leaders. Nope. And Twitch Chat, you are not projected to finish last in the NL. Look at that. You are on the move. You're projected for 73 wins, and I'm projected for 28. Dave Kingman, projected to be one of the top hitters. And Sandy Koufax, projected to get 13 wins. That Kingman pick, I'm telling you, that could be the steal of the draft. So let's go to the opening day rosters here. And we're going to have to make a couple of adjustments, but they should be pretty easy. For myself, I just want to get rid of one of those star players. And it's going to be a pitcher. Don Williams, you played great country music, but you're going to AAA. And that's it for me. Let's go back and reshuffle this. No strict order. Hitter-wise, let's shuffle it up. When you're only projected for 28 wins, there's not much you can do. Except Leon Wagner, you are not going to be center field anymore. We're not going to force you in center. We're going to keep the rookie. It could stunt his development. I'm scared to keep an 18-year-old in the majors. But You know what? I'm not. I don't want to risk it. Harry Heilman, you're going down to play a year in single A. We're going to bring up you. Oh, the roster's full. Okay, well, who's my oldest bum here? 36-year-old Joe Ginsberg or Granny Hammer? Chuck Tanner. Chuck Tanner, you can go. You're retired. Okay. I know I should keep him, but when you're projected for 28 wins, and I've only got one catcher here now. Great. Plus I'm missing what am I missing? Shortstop? Second base? Oh. Dang it. Someone's got to play center field. Man, I got no depth. I got no depth here, guys. Oh. I guess I got to bring in these left fielders. Okay, who goes? Granny Hammer and Wayne Hawkins. Both my outfielders come in. This is ugly. Sorry, Leon, you got to go back and play center field. One more year at least. Good. My lineup is set. Let's go take a look at Twitch chat. Minerva, you got one last thing to do here, and then your service is done. You got 33 players right now in the system. So you got to get rid of 8. And you got a lot of pitchers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 pitchers. So 14 pitchers, how many pitchers do you want to go with? 11 or 12? 1963. Get rid of some of the lower level pitchers. Okay, I will do that. Cisco. Vinegar. Muffet. There you go. You got 2 catchers. Get rid of one of your catchers. Fazio. And third base, short, second, first, one of your first basemen. Let's get rid of the worst one, Guile. All right, Minerva, we got rid of all your low-level players. You got one other decision because it affects your first overall pick, and that's Huey Jennings. 20 years old. Do you want Huey to stay in the majors, or do you want him to go down and play A-ball, double-A, triple-A for a year? What do you want to do with Huey? Okay, so if you're going to keep Huey Jennings, then we need to drop one more. You want me just to drop the lowest level guy? In which case would be Cliff Cook or Jackie Davis. Cliff Cook or Jackie Davis. Cook is at the top here. Davis, left fielder. Davis is probably the guy to go down. Okay, let's drop him down. All right, my lineup is set. Let's go and double check your lineup. We want to make sure Sandy Koufax is your number one pitcher. And always start highest rested. Hitters. Mine's good. Let's go to yours. All right, Minerva, your last decision here, because we're going to sim through till the end of the season here now. With this lineup, injuries are not on, so we don't have to worry about injuries. Anything you want me to change in your current lineup to play it out for the year? Batters to move around, positions to change. Here you see all your drafted players in the lineup. I put that in because I thought that's pretty cool to put their draft year in. So you've got 5 of your 10 players playing in the majors this year. Tip O'Neill, they don't have in against the righties. They've only got Tip O'Neill in against the lefties. So your call if you want him in against the righties too. And we're going to uncheck this that Tesuiji had set last time. A. Stewart needs to lead off. You need to see what else he plays. Okay. Only second base. So currently you have Huey Jennings at second. Huey Jennings can play first or short, though. I don't know why they have him at second. Probably because they have Elder White at short, your best defensive guy. So Huey to short, and then Ace in at second. And you want him leading off, so I'm just going to move him up one at a time. So you got Kingman in the number 4 slot on one side, Billy Williams on the other side. The rest looks good. Okay. Well, task number 1 completed. You won the exhibition game. Next task is, will you have more wins in the regular season? And that is what we're going to find out. We're going to sim up to the All-Star game because one of the questions on the form was how many players will be selected to the All-Star game. So you guys did win the exhibition 7-6. So we're going to have to write that down. 7-6 for chat. And moving forward, I'm definitely on Tuesdays only going to do this because this has taken much longer. Big apologies to Dr. Dynastic for running over today. But kind of hard to stop halfway through. So we're going to zip through this as quick as we can. Get up to the All-Star game in mid-July. Take a look at the standings. And don't look now, chat. Don't look now, but at the All-Star break, you guys are 44. You're almost 500, chat. I got 20 wins and you got Sandy Koufax with 10 wins on the season so far. And Omar, the guy I was going to take, and I said, guys, if you don't take him, I'm going to take him. And then Minerva scooped him up on me. He's got 9 wins on the season, good second pitcher. And in terms of your hitting, look at this. What a great choice here. Hitting 322, 439 slugging. He's got a 3.1 WAR. Lloyd Wainer. What a great third round pick by you guys. Contact and avoid K. Who else? Billy Williams hitting 293. We got Huey Jennings in his rookie year. You might win Rookie of the Year with Huey Jennings hitting 275. Dave Kingman, 13 home runs, but under 200 average. All right, we need to go to the All-Star game and see how many of our players have been selected. For Twitch chat, who do we got here? We've got... Oh, congratulations, chat. Lloyd Wainer is the starting center fielder. Or is he? No, he's not the starting center fielder. He's the he made the reserve for the All-Star game. Billy Williams. That's 2 for you guys. Williams and Wainer. What an outfield you guys have. Did you get any starters? No. Pitcher-wise, Bubba Church. Okay, Sandy Koufax makes it. All right, you got 3 players that made the All-Star game. I got to write that down. 3 for chat. Let's go check out Lap's team. Did anyone make it? No reserves. No starters. And Laptop Hound does not get anyone, not even a token appointee, to the All-Star game. No one. I just want to double check here because that's one of the questions on the form. It doesn't show you the team here. No, I don't have Banks, Alou, Wills, Tresh, Tommy Davis, McAuliffe. Nope. All right. So that question on the form is 3. 3 players made the All-Star game. All right. Let's continue to sim. Okay, so other things we're looking for is, so the answer here is 2 to 3. Total runs scored in the exhibition was 13 runs that were scored. And now we're going to the end of the season to find out how many wins Sandy Koufax has and how many home runs Billy Williams will hit. All right, we're in September. Twitch chat is kind of sticking around that 500 mark. And I have exceeded my 28 wins. Yay me. Yay me. All right, I think we're in the playoffs. Let's check this out until the playoffs are over. Milwaukee, Detroit are your two World Series finalists, and the World Series in 1963 will go to the Milwaukee Braves. Oh, not quite yet. It's not quite done. There we go. Milwaukee Braves will win the World Series by a score of 4-2. Congratulations, Brewers. Twitch chat, let's find out how many wins for Sandy Koufax. 16. Excellent season for Sandy. And let's find out how many home runs for Mr. Williams. He had 15 last season, and this season he has 18. 18 home runs for Billy Williams. All right. You won the exhibition game. You won the season series. Now we got to find out if you win a major award. That's the last challenge because you didn't win the World Series. So now we got to go and find out our award winners. All right, awards are in. Votes are tabulated. Let's go and check it out. Did you guys win an MVP or a Cy Young? Sandy Koufax? Maybe. In the American League. Your Cub fan Steve, 23. Cub fan 23 Steve MVP goes to Bob Allison from Boston. Your Boiled Egg 1974 Pitcher Award goes to Al Downing. The D Block Dragon Rookie of the Year Award goes to Carl Spooner. And the Wildcat Bandit Reliever of the Year Award goes to Clay Carroll. The EVC Bunk Gold Glove Awards. None, I do believe, from Laptop Hound. Nope. So Laptop Hound shut out of the AL Awards. Let's check out the AL Chess Safari Hitting Awards. Any for the Hound. Jody Reed. Congratulations to Jody Reed in his rookie year, winning the Chess Safari Hitting Award at second base. Way to go, Jody. Way to make an impression. Jody Reed hit 272, 45 RBIs, 53 walks, 153 hits, 2.6 WAR to claim the award. All right, on to the NL. Let's first check out the Chess Safari Hitting Awards in the NL. Looking for you guys and chat, Huey Jennings. So both Jody Reed and Huey Jennings take home Chess Safari Hitting Awards. Huey Jennings in his rookie year hit 289 with a 5.9 WAR. Very, very good. All right, so we each got one award there. How about the EVC Bunk Gold Glove Awards? Anything for chat? No. So you win a hitting award, I win a hitting award. Question is, do you win a major award? The Cub fan 23 Steve MVP goes to Frank Robinson for his second year in a row. For the Milwaukee Braves, Russ Bowers will take home the Cy Young Award presented by Boiled Egg. The D Block Rookie of the Year does not go to Huey Jennings. It will go to Russ Bowers. And finally, the Wildcat Bandit Reliever of the Year Award goes to the Braves, Len Barker. So Milwaukee takes home the hardware. They take home the World Series 4-2 over the Detroit Tigers. Okay, last thing we have to do is go to November the 1st. And get a little sneak peek. Little sneak peek who is in the draft pool for next Tuesday. Where the Hound, look at this, the Hound finishing dead last will be a lottery pick along with the Dodgers, the Mets, and boy, oh boy, Twitch chat by one game is in a draft lottery position. I'm telling you, if you guys take the first overall pick next Tuesday, the Hound will be barking mad. 75 wins, and you got a 25% chance of winning next Tuesday's lottery. And who will be available next Tuesday? Here are the top 10 projected picks. Todd Helton, Josh Beckett, Jeff Bagwell, Tex Houston, Ginger Beaumont, Barry Larkin, Ed Pinkham, Mike Lowell, Daryl Hamilton, and Craig Biggio. Top 10 projected picks. Can't wait to see me lose the draft lottery. All right, let me save this game. We'll go to the Google form. We'll declare a winner, and we'll head over to Dr. Dynastic. Here we go. Here we go, chat. So Minerva, you will win 5 packs because you accomplished 2 of the 4 goals. So congratulations. So Minerva, just quickly whisper me your PT username that you want those 5 packs to go to. And then we have to find 2 winners from today's contest. 1 for winning the exhibition game and 1 for winning most regular season games. Let's see. Let's see. Data, create a filter. Question 1. How many of the 4 goals will be accomplished? 2 were accomplished. Question number 2 was, let me double check this here. Which of the following will be a lock for chat to win? So both exhibition and better regular season. So as long as they picked one of those, better regular season and exhibition. Still got a bunch of people in here. Terps fan, Rue Jerry, Cub fan, Sloth, Stat Matt, Gentle, Sean, IBDB to you, Brent, Mr. Audit, and Tiger Cub. Still in the running. Next question. How many chat team players will make the MLB All-Star Game, starters and relievers? There were 3 that made the All-Star Game. Sandy, and then both your outfielders. So 2 to 3. Down to our last 5. Terps, Rue, Machia Pet, Mr. Audit, and Tiger Cub still alive. Total runs scored in the exhibition game was 13, 7-6 for chat. And we have our 2 winners. Machia Pet and Tiger Cub, you are the winners of the 1963 Chat versus Lap pack giveaway. Congratulations. So I'll go by the names on the form here. So Stat Matt Mitchell, 5 packs going to that account, 5 packs going to Wolfman 56. Well done. Well done. Okay. Ooh, so many things going on here. So many things going on. All right, I'm going to take you over to Dr. Dynastic because I'm already a little bit late. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm going to keep my stream running though, but I'm going to send you over there because I want to go in and check on the bounty and have that on the recording here. Have a wonderful day. Wonderful evening. Don't forget TJ on tonight, EVC tomorrow, Ezra on tonight. Lots of people that you can catch your drops on. Back on Thursday with the pre-twipped hype show with the 3 amigos. Hope to catch you then. We'll see you next episode.
shine.